Hi, let's welcome back to my channel. So new wig today. This one is from WowAfrican. Shout out to them for sending me this unit because it is gorgeous. Okay, it is given natural AF down to the literal edges. Okay, so I'll show you guys in a second how I installed it and got the edges to look like this, because you guys seen in the beginning it did not start like this. But I wanted to jump in here and give you guys all the details and specs before I get started on the install. For those of you that's like, I don't need the install, I just need the details. So this is their Natural Curls 6-inch fitted glueless HD lace wig. So it has 4 C edges, and then the hair. So the hair comes pre-curled, but it's a wavy texture when you wet it. I'll show you guys that in a second. So it comes pre-curled, basically like it's rotted, but it's not a silky texture. This is actually a yaki unit, like a yaki straight unit that's been rotted by itself. You guys know this would take forever if you did it by your hands, but I'm going to show you guys how to get it back just like this when you wet it, in case you don't like the wave. But it does do like a really pretty textured body wave, which is so different because you never see textured hair that's like not kinky curly. It's more of like a water wave, I would say. So they have the texture on it listed as kinky because it's not a silky unit. Usually when you get like curly or body wave units, something like this, then it's like a silky texture. This one has texture already, so if you straighten it, which I'm going to do for you guys in a second, it's going to be more of like a kinky straight or maybe like a light yaki. So this one is 20 inches. I did cut some layering in the front. You guys will see that during the install. It's 180 density and it has 6 inches of parting space. So the parting goes back really far, and you actually get parting on the sides. You know, a lot of times now they cheat you with the size and they just give you this part in like 2 inches right here. You get way more parting on the side. Okay, love, so this is what the unit starts off looking like. So it does say that it is pre-plucked and pre-bleached, but it looks a little bit dense. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this 𝐂𝐂𝐄 mousse first, just so I can see what the edges really look like. And I want to try to slick them back a bit. So I put it all over, and then I went in with my bristle brush. I'm going to brush this in place. So it did smooth them back a bit, and you can see it's not as dense as it looked in the beginning, but I still want to get it a little bit straighter. So I'm going to go in with my pressing comb, but I don't have it on high heat because I still want to keep the texture. I don't want it to be bone straight, so I'm just going to press it on low heat, and then I'm going to go in with my tweezers and thin it out a bit because it still is a little bit too dense for me, and I want to kind of chop the hairline up a bit. So I didn't go crazy with the plucking, just a little bit, and I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but I totally can. This is what the hairline looks like now. And then I love these little ear things that go on your elastic band, y'all. Y'all know that if you try to keep this on for longer than like 20 minutes, your ears start hurting really bad. But when you have these little cushions, it doesn't hurt because it's like this soft material. So I went ahead and added a little more mousse. Now I'm using the mousse more so to mold the cap and not to slick the edges back. So I put the mousse all over, put the band on, and then I used a little bit of the Olaplex oil to separate the curls because I wanted the hair to be kind of big and I want this part to sit up. So I went ahead and put that clip, and I needed some layers because the front was just hanging too much. So I added a few layers in the front. So after the layers, this is what it looks like, and oh my gosh, y'all, it reminds me of the synthetic wig that I used to have, and it low-key went viral on here, and I'm just in love. Oh my gosh, it reminds me of that wig so much. I wish I still had it. But this is what the hairline looks like now after molding it a bit, and you do want to be careful because when you add the mousse after you press the edges, they do kind of revert back. So that's a good thing to know that they do revert, but if you don't want that, then you got to be careful. You might have to press it again. So I got it like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove the lace. So I don't think I mentioned this, but they do have it listed as a glueless unit, and it's definitely given that because all I used was the mousse to mold it in place, y'all. And look at this. If you didn't want to glue it down, you can use your wig grip to keep it from sliding, or put some bobby pins on the side to keep it from like moving. But I wanted to have that more of melted look, so I am going to go in with a little bit of this kiss holding spray. This is actually my first time using this. Keep seeing it all over TikTok. So I didn't do a full melt. I just sprayed it in a few little places, mostly the places that have like super exposed lace, because I want it to look a little more melted. So I just sprayed it, blow dried it a bit, and then I'm going to tie it down again. So the parting and the lace actually looked really good on this unit, but because I was waiting for it to melt down into place and I had spare time and I didn't know what to do, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and add my perfect line to the part. So this is the perfect line. I used the shade tan. I just went ahead and added it to my part. Normally you would add this underneath the wig, but when I'm lazy, I do it like this because I wasn't going to add it at all, but I had the time, so I added it. So I just put that all in my part. After it melted for a little bit, then I took my band off, combed out the baby hairs, and then I decided to press them a little bit more because again they started to curl up, and this is what the hairline looks like now. Now I'm just taking a little bit of foundation that's left over from my sponge from when I did my makeup today, and I'm going to tap that all over the lace. It did kind of get on the hair and turn it a little bit ashy, but you can use a little bit of oil or like a damp towel or paper towel and kind of just wipe that away. But this is what the hair looks like now, y'all. I love the volume on this hair so much, but I decided to pin back one side, so I'm going to take some bobby pins and pin this side back. So the first style is like my go-to style. That's the style that I ended up wearing and you guys seen at the beginning of the video. But then I decided to pin the other side back just to see what it would look like. And this was really cute too, you guys. It's like half up, half down without like the ponytail being too high. I thought this was really cute. And then I decided to do like always the claw clip because when I seen it, when I was like fixing the wig, I was like, oh, this is cute. I'm definitely going to do the claw clip. So I did the claw clip as well. So I really cannot just get over the texture of this wig, y'all. So this is what it looks like in a few different styles. And now we can see if it straightens and reverts back to curly. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this unit straight and then see how it reverts back. So I'm going to do a piece right in the front. And I'm leaving my hair like this, y'all. So it better come back. I have my Baby Bliss flat irons. Okay, so this is what the unit looks like straight, and that was only one pass. I didn't get the roots, but it got it really straight, way straighter than I expected. So it's not a kinky, it's more of a light yaki instead of a kinky straight, but it still has texture to it. But that was one pass, y'all. Look at this. It has a lot of static on it. It keeps sticking to my face, but it got so straight with that one pass. So now I can go ahead and see if it reverts back, and then I'll show you guys how to get it back inside of this big loopy curl. So let's wet it. I know it's going to take a minute before it bounces back, so I'm just going to make sure it's nice and wet. So this is what it looks like so far. That's Theodore. I'm going to diffuse it and see what happens, and I want to get it dry so that I can get it back like the rest of the hair. So it definitely gets the wave back. It's just not as loopy. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna spray it with the John Frieda spray. This spray right here. So it came out really good. It's a little bit smaller than the original ones, but I think it blends really good. And it's a good alternative if you don't like the body wave that it does. You can go ahead and do the whole head again. It's gonna take a long time, but you can do it. It is possible. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that little thumbs up for me, because it really does help the algorithm with our channels. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one.